1, 2, 3. And welcome back to the Super Burly Bros podcast.
Welcome. Episode 55?
Episode 55. Here we go.
Nice.
Whoop.
So how have you been doing?
I've been doing well. We've been doing that new diet. It's working out greatly.
Let's just talk about kind of what each of us have been doing, like what our kind of schedule has been or any kind of patterns we've been doing.
Okay. Would you like to go first?
Sure. So the main things that I've been doing is I've been doing intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So from 8 to noon, most days I won't eat. And then the one exceptions were...
Are you just listening to Hatter whine?
Yeah. I'm just hearing some whine and also just I was first going to be like, but the one exception. And then I'm like, exceptions.
No exceptions.
There have been a couple exceptions for the intermittent fasting. You know, I've been doing it intermittently.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that people do it every other day, at least.
Yeah, I
don't think they go and do it every day.
It seems pretty doable every day.
Okay.
The main reasons why I haven't done it every day was my early days at work, which are just more of a pain for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I need, it's just being at work at 7 a.m. I'm like, I'm going to stop at Caribou and get like a nice mocha.
Oh.
And I'd get a breakfast sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah, it fucking happened.
Are you getting the breakfast sandwich without bread?
No, I'm okay. You know, this is not a perfect thing.
No. I mean, it's still in the beta phases.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you will. And if you get down on yourself,
we haven't gotten to November, and
right.
You know, I've had some failures.
That's okay because you don't get to the top of the mountain without slipping a few times. So
I've been doing intermittent fasting, and the main thing that I like is that having done it a few times, it seems very doable. For one, it's me making sure I've eaten before 8, which is that's the time humans should be eating before. And then, so it gives me quite a while after I've eaten before I'm actually going to bed, which is good.
Cool.
And then, getting to noon is not that hard.
Yeah.
I've chewed some gum. I still have my Coke Zero. Doesn't have any calories, so it doesn't affect it. Because it's really just not having any caloric intake. He'll stop eventually, I'm sure.
No, I don't think he will. But I'm hopeful that none of this will, come through.
Yeah. There's just a grumpy dog.
There's a grumpy dog outside. He really doesn't like us being in here with the thought of.
Yeah, buddy. And so then I've also, in conjunction with the intermittent fasting, I've been doing some weightlifting in the morning. Nothing crazy, but just doing some, a couple sets of a few different things before I get started. You need to be able to keep it together.
Sorry, he just sorry.
I get it. It's like a mother.
No. I'm just laughing.
Hearing their baby cry, you're just like, hey, I got to do something.
I'm just more. I feel bad for you because I can listen to that. I don't want to, but I could deal with that all day. But you don't live with dogs. You don't like.
I'm easily tuning it out.
Okay.
So it's.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, mum's the word.
Yeah. So, I've been doing some weightlifting in the morning, and then I've been trying to do, high protein and low carbs and just a lot of meat and vegetables.
Are you back on the cauliflower rice?
I'm working on getting back. I have some cauliflower rice. I have a head of cauliflower right now as well. I'm trying to still just figure out some meals that I like and want to maintain.
Okay, cool. I wanted to ask you something about the intermittent fasting. How do you feel? Do you feel like you have more? I don't know what the whole process of why people do it. Does it give you more energy, or is it just about?
So it's basically what it will do is when you go that long without eating, your body starts to start using stored energy.
Okay.
So it'd be, start using some of the fat that you have just to make energy.
Yeah.
Rather than, and I think if you're doing it consistently, then it's also trains your body to, it maybe not to store as much fat, but I don't know if that's true. If it is like, all right, let's use, when we do get food, let's use it right away.
Yeah.
We need to. I don't know if that's really true. I don't know a ton of the science behind it, but
Okay.
yeah, noon to 8. And it's pretty doable. Like usually just 10 to 11 is me being like really 10 o'clock. Cause that's when I would usually have like, some crackers at work or something like that.
Yeah. A little snack.
Yeah. And so usually 10 o'clock is a little rough, but it's not actually that bad.
Right on. Yeah. There are definitely those times at work now where I will be probably around 10 o'clock as well, where it's like, got a few more hours. I really want these cheese crackers or whatever, like the pre-made packaged cheese cracker Keebler things or whatever.
Yep.
And I would just buy them because they're like $1 for 2 or whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
And just snack on those. Good to go. But now I'm being very conscious of everything that I'm buying and putting into my body.
Yeah.
Because I know we're not there with, cutting out carbs completely, but it is bringing them down.
Yeah.
And then staying within so many calories in a day.
Yeah. Do you have a caloric goal that you're trying to go for?
I'm trying to go with what Jackie's been doing. She's been doing 1200.
Okay.
But the app that I'm using for what my goals are, they're allowing me to have up to 2800, which is a lot.
Because we're big.
Because we're big. And I'm okay with that because it's, I'll bring myself down, but there'll be days where I'm below it and it's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I feel to the point where I'm eating good enough food where it's actually giving me the energy that I need. I'm burning it off.
Yeah.
And nothing is being wasted.
Yeah, for sure.
That if I were to go up to that 28, I would feel like too full. Mm-hmm. Like today I was told, like I thought Jackie and I discussed it, that I could have a total of like 2 bean burritos from Taco Bell.
Yep.
So I'm like, cool, ate those.
Yep.
And then I immediately was like, oh, and it's not the Taco Bell. It was just being like too full, but I didn't eat for like past breakfast. I had like a shake and a yogurt. Mm-hmm. So that was like, okay, good. There's some proteins in Greek yogurt. There's like 14 grams and then some in the protein shake. Mm-hmm. So that would get me through most of the day. And then I would have like a lunch or something when I get home. Mm-hmm. But I was just ravenous beast and I was like, all right, I'm going to get this Taco Bell real quick.
Yeah.
Smash it before, puppy class. And then found out that there was no puppy class. And I was just like, oh.
Where it's just too much food.
It was too much food. Mm-hmm. And in my like haste, because I wasn't, I've been practicing, take a bite, put it down, chew, enjoy, do something else for a little bit and then go back to it, which has really started to help like not focus around like, I got to eat all this food right in front of me right now. Yeah. Giving that space and time to like, oh, I'm starting to feel kind of full now. Yeah. Let me just save the other half or whatever. But I was just, and I'm paying for it. Like I'm still incredibly full. And I remember a week ago that I would be like, all right, what else is there to eat? Yeah. But I feel like my cravings have gone down for like excess food, but not for sweets.
Yeah, I still am having, because we've been texting about this at night, usually in the like 8 to 9 range, I think, or maybe 6 to 8 or something like that. I'll have a really big craving for sweets. And like it passes, but it gets rough for a minute.
Yeah. And that's like the hardest thing. Mm-hmm. Like I can drink one little tiny 8-ounce Red Bull and be okay. Yeah. Like, okay, I never needed 12 or 16 or 20 ounces. Yeah. Just one, perfectly fine. And there's 5 calories in it. Yeah. Perfect.
So are you doing the sugar-free Red Bull?
Yes. I was doing like the 0-calorie one before or whatever, but it's like the sugar-free one's just fine.
Yeah.
And it's always like 8.4 ounces. Like they only sell the other one in 12 cans. Anyways, people don't care about that.
Yeah. Though I do have to admit, to come clean, I ordered pizza last night.
It's okay.
And I'm okay with it, mainly because I told myself going into it that I was still going to allow myself to have pizza, because I love pizza.
You can't.
It's like my favorite food, and yeah.
Now
that's enough for me of my reasonings.
And may I ask, when you ordered that pizza, did you eat the whole or half, or did you say, all right, I'm going to have, 2 pieces and then like really ration it? Or did you kind of,
I'll admit, it would probably still be considered like binging, but probably not as much as I normally would have.
Okay.
Like there's still leftovers currently, and I've also been eating pizza today. So,
well, that's good. Because I still do believe that you can have what you want. Mm-hmm. We just need to be more mindful of how much we're eating of it.
Yeah.
And then, if you want, track what you're eating. So, like, okay, I didn't go over, what I should have.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I looked at how much was actually in that one slice of pizza. That's a lot. I'm just going to stop.
Yeah. And like also kind of the hope that I have, because like I know I had, I texted with you about this too. Like the other day, somebody got, I think like Domino's delivered at work or something, and I could just smell it at work, and it was driving me insane. And it was just sort of oh my goodness. It was me being like, I had to reassure myself of like, you'll still have pizza at some, like, not today, not tomorrow, but
it's not off the table completely.
It's not off the table. There's still going to be pizza. You'll be okay. And my hope is that by, we just started doing this, so I don't expect to make every change I'd like to do in the first week.
Right.
So that's one of those things where I'm like, I'm going to still allow this, because probably if I were to be like, oh, no pizza, no nothing, I'd probably want to give up on the whole thing a lot sooner. And I want this to be a change that actually sticks. So do some baby steps towards it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just, I'm fiddling around with our new segment.
Oh, okay.
Because I want them to like actually play today.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. You guys are in there all alone. This dog is ridiculous.
I mainly just wonder where he thinks he's got all this, like, where he thinks that we're dependent on him, like where that confidence comes from.
There's a nurture gap.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when we were raising Hatter, we didn't know how to, set clear and force like, hey, we don't need you. Mm-hmm. We welcomed a lot of, rude behaviors, which made us look like we can't manage situations.
Oh, okay.
Through, stupid tactics, rather than using communication and saying, hey, I mean it, we're fine.
Yeah.
It was a lot of panic of no, mistrust on our part, when we could have just said, hey, like, you're fine, we're fine. But this is something that we have to live with. And
I was going to ask, is that something that since he came up with that, is it just going to be ingrained to the point like that's not going to change ever, really?
I'd like to think that, we're making progress with him. This is obviously a different situation because we've been in here where he has not, but because of our special guest that he got to meet face to face, he's not feeling great about it.
Yeah.
And that is where it came to a lot of, issues, was actually raising him with a cat and not knowing how to properly, work together with them.
Yeah.
So now he has this like cats are just like a trigger for him.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that's a story. But the reality is he needs to learn how to surrender and listen
Yeah.
when told and to just genuinely let it go.
Yeah.
Because I told him like, hey, bud, we're fine. Just go lay down. And he's like, no, because there's something in there. And I know that you can't handle it alone because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so if you hear any whining in the background, sorry, my dog's having a time.
Just having a time.
Just having a time.
I'm so glad I pulled that up again the other day.
But yeah, if you want, we can get into our new segment right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
So let's jump into a new segment that we like to call, well, we're still working on a name for it, but if you want to help us come up with one, we'll be all ears.
I heard the start of it.
Yeah. Jesus. Help me. No? Again?
See, I forgot I was planning on saying, hey, we should run through it before we start recording.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing is that I actually did that. I had both tracks recording. This one was not armed. I just had it set up and went play. It went through it just fine, but obviously we're experiencing some technical difficulties, but I want to try this. What?
This new segment is called Technical Difficulties.
Seriously, what the And then when it just starts playing on its own, that's the most baffling part. But we're past that now because I don't want to stop recording, but it won't let me just delete the track and put in a new one. I don't know why. Where'd you go? Oh, jeez. This is so hard. I'm sorry, everybody. I just wanted things to work out for once without any of this bullshit. Because there's too much dead air in this episode now, and we do cameras now, so I can't just cut it out.
Yeah. No, everyone's going to have to sit through this uncomfortable silence.
Yeah. You're just going to have to sit there and like it. Ponder this thought. What else would you be doing if you weren't listening? Or what else are you doing? Maybe you should be paying attention to that. Was that a 6 or a 7 you just were calculating?
Yeah, there's a lot of calculations going on for, I think, a lot of our listeners as they listen. Maybe I figured it out. So let me just see if I can get this right. I had the panning was set like hard right. But it said, I don't know. It was something. I want to see if this works. Let's see if, yeah, sorry, everybody. Nudge, nudge, nudge. 3, 2, 1. Let me just try. Yeah, keep trying, bud.
You could be telling a cool story right about now. Oh, wait, actually, maybe don't. Just hold on. Just one.
Okay.
All right. Because I want to.
1, 2, 3.
All right. So I started and stopped the recording again.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry for the headache in post.
This is why you were like, oh, we should have you edit the video this week. I get it.
No, I really do want you to, feel like you're doing something else. Doing more?
I get you just wanted.
Not for nothing, but story time this weekend, boys, about the Tightwire show last Saturday. Drove about 8 or 9 hours home from Nebraska, stopped at Taco Bell for 2 double steak quesadillas, went home, ate them, showered, got in the Uber, got to the show, spent about $300 because it's either go hard or don't fucking go. Long story short, Paul doesn't drink like a man. Maybe it's because he's short. Maybe it's because he's healthy. I don't fucking know. But good show. Just don't get drunk and tell your Canadian buddies that you want them to put their dicks in your mouth. Don't text your ex-girlfriend. Don't buy your other ex-girlfriend drinks. But, also don't be a sissy. Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
And that was Jeff's Corner.
Jeff's Corner, also known as technical difficulties. Sounds like Jeff had a few technical difficulties as well.
Geez, $300 at a show? Well, no, okay, booze. I imagine most of that was liquor.
Booze and merch.
Yeah. I wonder what...
Like, to be fair, each of us on, not even that insane of nights, they were up there, but, each of us have spent over $100 at the bar. So... I know if you start throwing in some merch and if you're buying other people drinks, that's going to add up.
It sounds like he was going pretty hard for the whole time. Where
Plus with an Uber and the ticket.
Yeah.
I see it getting there.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that happen though, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. I mean... Don't buy people shots.
Don't buy people shots.
Just look out for you and your own.
Yeah.
Which is just you.
Don't try and drink Paul under the table. You can already fit.
What's that laugh?
I heard that laugh in a long time.
Oh, shit. God, there was something else he said. Taco Bell.
So, yeah, he drove from Nebraska.
Yeah, why were you in Nebraska? Or was that just
I think
work?
It's just from his work. That's what I would imagine. So he got home, ate some Taco Bell, showered, Ubered to the show, watched the show, spent $300, texted his ex-girlfriend, told the We Were Sharks boys to put their dicks in his mouth.
Is that... Jeff, if you could clarify, you can just text us.
Yeah.
When you were talking about your Canadian friends, do you mean sharks or are you talking about someone else?
I assume he means sharks.
Okay.
He's got such a boner for sharks.
It's true. It's true.
That'd be a good band name. Boner for Sharks.
Hey, if it's not taken,
Yeah. Copyright.
Stars now. Dibs. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
It works.
And then buying other ex-girlfriend drinks. Why do you have so many ex-girlfriends, Jeff? Why
Yeah.
can't you settle down with a nice lady?
Yeah. Settle down and be a good bye.
Oh, this actually brings me to something. So just talking about settling down and everything. So my coworker Laura tried to set me up with her cousin.
Okay. Was this because of the podcast?
Yes, it was actually.
Fuck yeah.
And so, she has a cousin, and she was at a wedding where a family wedding. So the cousin was there and was like, "Oh yeah, you should, meet my coworker Erin," and showed her a picture and told her about me and everything. And then,
she didn't tell her to listen to this podcast, did she?
No, but that might get to what's going on here. 'Cause so she got back to from the wedding and she was like, oh yeah, she was interested. So then she was like, why don't you just, you can add her on Facebook and you can message her on there. She's like, I don't know if she would want me to just give out her number. So I'm like, okay. So I added her. She adds me back. I message her. I'm like, hey, hi, this is awkward. I know your cousin. And she said that we should talk. And she was really, really nice and seemed like yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then ghosted me real quick.
Ooh.
But I don't know if it even counts as ghosting because we only messaged back and forth like a couple times.
Okay.
And then she just never went back to like open whatever the last message I sent her was.
Oh.
But just like real quick.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
And like she seemed really interested because I told her, Laura had told her that we have a podcast because I guess she loves podcasts. And
maybe we're not her cup of tea.
yeah, it's possible. So that could be the reason she may have done some investigating and found this podcast and determined that we would not be compatible. I don't know. It just made me think of it. I wanted to bring it up to you.
Yeah, no. Well, first of all, I am so happy that a callback to, hey, we should just start, trying to hook you up with, people that listen to the podcast through the podcast,
Yeah.
not people that listen, but.
Oh, and I can't remember. Did we say it on this that we should have my first dates on the podcast? We should just have them in as guests.
On the Not Ones episode.
Oh, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that I had brought that up because I still think that's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get them. We'll find a way to make that work.
Yeah.
It's season 2. We're actually trying.
Yeah,
We're trying. Fuck. Wow. I mean, I think right there, if you can just split the screen down the middle.
God, you make me do the editing this time, and you got all these big asks that you want for it.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe I'll just do a split screen for the whole episode.
Oh, God.
And then I won't have to edit shit.
Oh, shit. I mean, that is working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
But I think I've got the edit of this down to like 7 hours. No, it's because I don't do it all at once because it's just kind of
boring,
obnoxious. Rookie.
I thought we were trying now, and I hear these bings going off.
Whoops. Well, let me just check that text message there. Oh yeah, that's why Jackie's not home. Speaking of Jackie.
Yeah.
Today is our 6-year anniversary of being wed.
I was going to say, congratulations. I'm very happy.
It's weird, but
And so it's 6 years wed. How long dating?
17.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we didn't really play the field at all.
Yeah.
We just kind of, just before we left
this
high
person
school.
likes me? I'm going to stay with you forever. And the feeling's mutual.
Yeah.
So that's great.
And but see, now rather than letting our bodies just kind of go, we're just gonna get tight and stay together because if we're two hard bodies, those are compatible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Just trying to get hard,
But what's funny is that if you looked behind you, you'll see that on that little
This super way too dark Christmas card.
No, but
did you do the editing on this?
I did, but here's the thing: it was way brighter on my screen, and that's the first picture I ever printed.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't realize that it was going to turn out so dark.
Okay.
Had I known, I would not have sent it out that dark. Okay. I'm sorry to anybody that got my Christmas card last year.
Yeah, me.
Well, if you want another one, it's not going to be any brighter, but we've got about 7,000. I don't know why she ordered so many. My lovely wife.
All right, so what were you talking about up here?
The little piece of paper there. Those are my actual vows.
Aww.
Yeah.
Are you gonna reread them to her today?
Fuck no.
No?
We're actually not even doing anything really.
Yeah. Given that I'm here and she's not. Super romantic.
Yeah. Hey baby, happy anniversary. Here's Aaron. But we were supposed to have some champagne because we were going to do this later in the evening, but my class didn't happen, so we're doing this earlier. But yeah, we'll probably have some champagne and fall asleep.
Yep.
But tomorrow we're driving up to Duluth, hanging out with grandma, maybe hit the slots. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably will. If we don't bring any dogs, we will.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're doing. Whole lot of nothing and then go and see grandma.
Okay.
Go see your grandma. She misses you.
I didn't know what to say. I failed on that one.
Fair enough.
What do we got here? So like Jeff was talking about Tightwire, we also went and saw Tightwire. I know we mentioned on the last episode that we were going to go, and we went.
We did it. We're men of our words.
Yeah. I also spent too much money, not $300 too much, but I spent a decent amount of money and got pretty drunk.
Yeah, what happened? I thought you were like pretty even keel. Like, I'm just going to have a couple beers low key. And
yeah. And then, I had a couple beers and was like,
because you had to work
hey,
early the next day.
I sure did. And then after I had a couple beers, I was like, what would be nice is having more beers. It was basically once Steph and I decided that we were going to stay for the whole show. Mm-hmm. Then it was like, well, I know I'm going to get home late. It's going to suck tomorrow anyway. Fuck it.
Wow.
See, really lean into it,
That's the attitude. Sometimes I feel like you just got to say no. You just got to shut down. Like, I'm going to be responsible, but.
And by that, do you mean leaving earlier and not seeing the whole show? Or do you mean staying for the whole show, but being like, well, tomorrow's going to suck, but I'm not going to make it worse by drinking too much?
A little column A, a little column B.
Okay.
Because I know that you aren't the person that's going to just bitch about it the next day. Like, oh God, I'm so tired because I kept myself out until like 12 and drank a bunch of beer.
I bitched a little, but not a ton, but I'm sure coworkers hearing it are going to be like, you kind of complained a little.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely been on the other shoots. Like when we played shows late, there's a monster at the door.
Yeah.
When we played late shows, I made it like, nope, not having any, because I knew the next day it's just like, you got to get up. And if you're complaining about a situation you put yourself in, that's a little, it's a little bitch.
Yeah. And it worked out pretty well there. We didn't have a ton of, because the reason I have to go in early is so that I can enter these authorizations that we get at like 2 a.m. from the state, so that we can do our billing and stuff like that. And there weren't a ton, because it's all just a matter of me and my coworker have to all have our part done by like 11 a.m. so billing can run.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a ton. It wasn't a disaster. It just wasn't great.
Well,
also, you're gonna be real proud of me on this one, because at the end of the night, I decided, I should get a mind eraser shot from the depot. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Or do you?
I remember being at the depot with you and Dagnan
so this was your bachelor party
for one shot.
This was the end of the night of your bachelor party, and
there were 4 layers, right?
3 layers.
3 layers.
But the guy who made it last week fucked it up, because if you maybe recall, it was a shot in a shot glass like this. And it was layered, right?
So you could see him.
Yeah, so you drink one layer because this shot, it's vodka, Kahlua, and soda water, I believe, where you drink from the bottom with like a couple straws. And so you do the whole thing, you get each layer real quick. This guy made it in a tall glass and just poured them all in. It was terrible.
Were you hanging out with Tane's friends?
No, it was just this was just a shitty bartender.
So he wasn't trying to hook you up. He just genuinely didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah. He didn't know that there was
that it was a shot.
Procedure for it, because he asked like, "Oh, what's in a mind eraser?" and someone else, told the ingredients, and then he just poured those in rather than like
Long Island.
Oh yeah, you prepare it in a certain way, so it goes down a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's just a shitty drink now.
What I remember about my bachelor party, didn't Dan just drink his like a shot and he was like, wow, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And you like told him like, you're supposed to go through the straw in this order.
Yeah.
Like that's what I remember. And then seeing the pull-out bed and thinking that was very comfortable.
Yeah. fun little story at the end of Dustin's bachelor party. So I was the best man. I set up his bachelor party. We went out in downtown, and then I got us a hotel room. It was
a very nice hotel.
I got us a nice hotel room.
Very
Spared
nice.
no expense. And there were 2 like queen beds, and there's also like a kind of lounge front area. I don't
lounge
you call it. And so at the end of the night, it was Dustin, Degnan, and I, and we got back, and we were back to the hotel. We're all really drunk, and we kind of are just hanging out. We haven't actually gone to bed yet, and Dustin is like trying to take his pants off and stops at like mid ankle and just passes out on the pull-out guest bed couch. And so me and Degnan both sleep in the beds. So I spent all this money in a nice hotel, and he halfway undresses and passes out on the worst bed in the room.
But if you think about it, you went through all this trouble. You deserve a nice bed.
Yeah.
And Dan, he's like 6'7" or something.
Yeah,
he's a fucking
gigantic.
giant. He should have a bed that's kind of will fit him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. I don't mind. I just want to know where the picture is.
Yeah, I sent Jackie a picture, but I know it's somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't know if I actually still have it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm pretty sure Jackie still has it.
I mean, this was many, many years ago.
6 years ago.
This is 6 years. If you're keeping track, it's 6 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's today. And I find that not worrying about doing like weird thing, or not weird, but making a big deal out of things.
Mm-hmm.
You can just enjoy each other and say, hey, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Let's do some more.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
appropriate.
a big number. Like 5, I think 5 last year we went to like the melting pot and did a whole like night out.
Oh yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. So
Nice.
you splurge.
Mm-hmm.
Plus we're going to Vegas and then
For your birthday, right?
for my birthday. So
That'll be fun.
yeah.
What else we got here?
Well, because you complained was it the first video? So 2 videos
I
ago?
probably complained every video.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't have done that. Is there a shadow on my face right now from the light?
Not like a hard shadow. No.
Okay, good.
There's like a small amount of shadow, but it's reasonable.
Okay. I was just wondering because the boom arm of this and the lighting over here.
Oh,
I was worried it was gonna
Oh no, the boom doesn't
cast a shadow.
shadow.
Cool. Well, no, in the first episode you were like, geez, you can really see how white our teeth aren't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I went out and you went out and we got some whitening strips.
Yep. I used the first treatment, and I hated the way my teeth felt the next day.
Really?
Yeah, they did not feel great.
Did they feel more sensitive or like brittle?
Yeah, I can't even think of the right thing for it. Like it was a couple of my front teeth mainly. And it was not necessarily that they were sensitive, and like they felt like they were in the wrong place. Like it felt like my teeth had moved. And that is like, I don't get it. I don't know why, but that was the best like description of it that I could think of. And like there's a little bit of sensitivity, but mainly it just felt like when I closed my jaw that it wasn't like a familiar feeling anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was just like removal of stuff.
I don't know. I haven't used the next one though, because I didn't like that feeling. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna get worse if I keep doing it.
Fair enough.
So maybe I'll try again, but
Yeah, I just went out and bought the up and up version.
yeah.
These are kind of product reviews, but the Up and Up brand, which is just a week long treatment,
Yeah.
and I've been doing it, every day, and I saw like the first day I was like, wow, those seem a little bit lighter, but I haven't seen like, wow, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But it also makes my teeth, it does make them feel a little bit, weird.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna, not do another treatment. Plus, I don't feel like I don't think you should be doing treatments like this like every day of your life.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, because there's hydrogen peroxide or something in there that cleans it. But once every month or every couple months, I think is appropriate.
Yeah, I don't even know how often would be normal to use those treatments.
Yeah, but I don't know. You had mentioned it, so we went out and actually bought the packages, and we did it.
Yeah, we did one.
We did one at least.
I did one. Maybe I'll try another. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if it's hurting your teeth, don't do it.
Yeah,
but also, how much did you spend? Do you want to get your money's worth?
Yeah. We'll see. I'll keep you posted.
And a question that I wanted to post for all you listeners out there or viewers, I wrote it down.
Good.
Just
I could tell you already forgot what it was.
Yeah. Well, it was more of the clever wording, or at least just wording.
Okay.
And the question is, what do you do if your greatest dreams are coming to fruition and the people you're accomplishing these goals with and dreams, they just don't want to be a part of that. They just want to stop. They want to, maybe take a different path that won't, continue on the, current one you're on, which is pretty fucking good.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially, if basically in order to live the life you're wanting to live, it requires the work of others.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're on the cusp of that, but then the other people are no longer wanting to participate.
Yeah. And it's, something that Aaron and I have been, hearing a lot about this past week. And, it's really been grinding our gears about, if you have an opportunity to do, your life's passion, you fucking go for it.
Yeah, you fucking go for it.
Because, it's like that Eminem song, like opportunity doesn't knock.
One moment.
Yeah, it doesn't knock twice.
Opportunity. Even Hatter's pretty pissed about this.
Right.
He's all worked up.
He's voicing his opinion right now.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Hey, go lay down.
Hey.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Mom spaghetti.
I feel like now that we have video, I feel like it's really time to start workshopping the spaghetti about it. Like monthly special.
Yeah.
I think now is the time that it would work.
Okay. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
What do you think of inviting coworkers to be on the show?
I'm down for it.
Okay.
Like,
just curious.
We have just random friends of ours come on. So
it's true. And I was just curious because we do have some more guests that are, looking to be on the show, and, hopefully we can get them in soon. We just got to make sure our schedules line up.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will, because we're wide open. We got nothing going on.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
But yeah, so don't worry. New guests are in the pipeline, and we will get Dan Dagnan on this show.
Yeah, Dagnan will be on, and others.
TBD.
If this were a academic paper, it would be Dagnan et al.
I don't get it.
It's like a paper.
Come on, Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat.
It's kind of a bibliography type joke. Yeah.
Go on.
No, that's about it. No, just if you're writing a research paper and you're going to cite a paper from if there's more than, I think, 2 authors to it, you'd give like the first 2 names that are in like alphabetical order. Then just to be like, there's other people, you'll just do like et al.
Okay. And
it's sort of like at the first part of it, the et is also where you'd get from like et cetera. So that's kind of the start of it. So rather than et cetera, it's et al.
Interesting. The more you know.
I'm just pretty sure that's like, I put those things together just in my own head. So if I'm wrong, David, correct me.
Do it.
If somebody's gonna correct me, it's gonna be David.
And you know what I mean?
It's gonna be David.
And thank you. At least I saw the text from him this morning saying like, hey, at a job, like good, cool.
Oh yeah, because we updated the ad read.
Yeah. So I mean, that's great.
I do have to give a little bit of complaint, not towards David, but just talking about feedback we've received. Is there was some heat on the Instagram about me wearing my glasses and wearing my hat forwards.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Jeff seems to have a problem with it, that I can't just wear a hat forwards. Like, what's the big difference from this to this?
I mean, it does frame your face differently, one, but that's just a fact.
Yeah.
And I don't see a big difference other than it's probably casting a shadow on your eyes and we can't see those baby blues. So,
but our lighting is not from above currently, so that shouldn't even be doing that.
But any light that would hit the brim of your glasses from the reflecting wall.
Oh, I suppose, or reflecting off the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is diminished. But
did anyone else have a problem with it? Is it just Jeff, or are there others who have been silent? Do I look fucking weird with my hat forward?
I will say, why are you wearing glasses?
Because I haven't put my contacts in, and I was wearing them as I drove here.
Because you're not working. You don't need to wear contacts.
Yep.
Got it. But speaking of contacts, as you can see, my face has no glasses. I am wearing contacts.
Nice.
Aaron.
Wearing glasses.
Wearing glasses. But go on with your story.
Oh, so the other day...
Was this Monday by chance?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, damn it.
No, that would have made sense. It was not.
Okay.
The other day, I was at work, and just the whole day, I was just like, gosh, like my vision is... Because I have to read all this tiny type on the authorizations that I print out. And I just kept on having to like bring it really close to my face. And I was like, shit, my prescription is changing or something.
It's changing by the second.
And it was just like, I was frustrated. And I got home that day and I took out my right contact. And I went to go take out my left one. And I just poked myself in the eye because I did not have a contact in that eye. So then I look on the floor around by like my vanity or on the vanity to see like, all right, did I put it in and it just fell like out immediately as like I tried to situate it? And I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I go to close the left side of the little contact holder because I'd had it open ready to put it in. And I see my contact is still in the case. I did not even put it in. I don't know how I did that.
I'm surprised that you didn't notice it sooner, but your eyes aren't shit like mine. So
yeah, because like as soon as basically right away when I get home, I'll just take out my contacts and I won't wear glasses. I'll just not have any vision correction for the rest of my night.
Mm-hmm.
And I do everything fine. I watch TV. I read stuff online. I walk around without hitting objects and all these things like a real normal person. So yeah, I just thought it was just like a wonky day, and that was the reason.
Well, shit. Like the one time that's happened to me, it felt like the room was pretty much spinning.
Jeez.
But I thought it was because I was really hungover. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like go to claw my contacts out because I'm like, I can't take this anymore. And then I realized I never even put them in. I took them out the night before like a responsible adult. But it felt like sand in my eyes, like I slept in them.
Mm-hmm.
But nope.
That was just you got some sandy eyes.
Sandy eyes. We never paused for a word from our sponsors.
So here it is.
And we're back. A little late in the game, but you know.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I just saw the cat. Son of a bitch.
I was just thinking to myself,
You see what I did?
I see what you did there.
Um.
Man, I think I need to update my version of. Oh wait, now it might work. Boop. Yep, there it goes.
What?
Oh, just the. I thought I had to update my Adobe because I tried to hit M for marker. For our ad read, and it didn't show up, but it's because I wasn't clicked on like the little box that has the session going.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's stupid. But
stupid. One thing I was going to ask you about, I was going to ask about possibly borrowing Buddy for a prank on somebody.
Okay.
So my coworker Julie, who works in my
Julie doesn't listen.
Julie doesn't listen currently. She might, and she just might not tell me. She's sneaky like that. Other ways in which she is sneaky is, so she is crazy about Halloween. Fucking loves it. So she brought in some severed arms, just as like, decoration stuff to throw around the office. She put like one under our printer out in our reception area. It's gotten a laugh from a few people. The other one, initially she put in, so at my desk, I sit in the corner, and so I got my computer here, and on to my right, I have like kind of a file cabinet that like it can flip up, and then I got all this shit in here. She had this hand like grasping out from the corner of that. And so like I got in on Tuesday, I think, or maybe this was last week. It was last week. I got in, I sat down, I'd started to sign in, and then you
just see a hand coming out of the cabinet.
And she's gone on vacation right now. And so I kind of want to prank her back when she comes back. So I kind of want to just hide this cat in her little flipper thing, because she goes into it every day when she first gets there. So it's a thought. It's a thought.
Is she back on Monday?
I don't think she is. I think she's back on Tuesday.
Okay. Now, I want to make sure he would fit.
Yeah, that is the
issue. It is only like
it might be a height requirement.
Right. Because he does not bend.
Yeah.
He is very stationary.
As we've learned from experience. Jackie doesn't listen. That's all right.
Yeah, Jackie. But also, if anybody is allergic to animals, I would feel bad if anybody but Paul, experienced that.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, it could be a little inappropriate for work.
Yeah, because it is
a dead animal.
It is a dead animal. Might not go over so well. Yeah,
but I like the idea of it.
I like the idea too, and
we'll talk about it off air. We'll make our final decision.
Okay. Well, we really got to get on.
Well, we got some discussing to do.
We have some discussing to do. You'll understand.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of you watching, I've had many hats, sometimes no hat. But today I'm wearing
a new hat.
And this new hat came from some friends from North Carolina in a little band called Summer Wars.
And we saw them on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So we went out to 2 shows in 1 week.
2 shows, 1 week.
Which is really impressive for us.
Yeah. We went from going to like no shows in like a month.
Most weeks.
Most weeks. And yeah, I think this past week was just like go, 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 go.
Yeah, for sure.
It felt like an Andrew WK song.
Go, go.
And yeah, I got sick on Friday. Like yesterday at work, I had to go home. Like I couldn't. My brain was just shit.
Jeez.
So I was like, sorry, I gotta go home.
Do you have like a head cold or just like a really bad headache?
It was like coupled with a head cold, like sinus pressure and my jaw and ear have been experiencing a lot of pain, but I don't have health insurance because money.
Yeah.
But I've got up to date, eyeballs. That's what's important. I'm not worried about breaking my arm.
Yeah.
Pretty sturdy.
Getting, mauled or something.
Or getting mauled. But that would be work comp.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm covered. But yeah, so I got this hat from my friends. And that's the story.
Yeah.
No, I was just sick and I just couldn't do it. But I pretty much did any work that I would have done, like administrative wise or like setting up training for other clients that are in need.
Mm-hmm.
I did that all from home.
Nice.
Not that I get paid yet for salary work.
Oh, okay.
But even when I'm at home, I'm trying to be like, nope, I'm not doing that because I am literally not at work.
Yeah. When would you start getting?
November 1st.
November 1st.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But the training sessions that I'll still get paid for those because that's, it'll just be like not a bonus because those get taxed like shitty, but it'll be.
Oh, they just get regular tax.
Okay. I thought if it was given a certain way, I feel like there was a thing that the Wedge did once where it was like heavily taxed.
What could happen is if that bonus on the paycheck it comes in on, lots of times a bonus will put that paycheck into a new tax bracket. So like if you were to be receiving that much pay every 2 weeks or every week or whatever, it would put you in a higher tax bracket. So like just that one gets taxed higher, but it kind of evens out by the end of the year.
Okay.
So it could, but not forever.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, it was fun kind of working from home.
Yeah.
But it was also nice because I needed to do something because I had eaten all these carbs. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the gym after work. So it's all good. But like I got home and I'm like, oh crap, I ate all these carbs. I'm going to the gym even if I don't feel great. So went to the gym and Jackie actually joined me.
Nice.
Because she was home and,
That's good.
it was nice to do kind of a morning workout.
Yeah. And it's good being able to work from home when you just don't feel great, but you still have you have the ability to do it, but you're just like, I need to be alone.
Right. And that was the thing is that the dogs just knew. Like Maui was like, everybody get the fuck back. And like other dogs were just kind of like, they were just like treating me differently. And I'm like, hey, I'm not effective here. I need to leave.
Yeah.
But it was also that day that my boss was also like a half hour late. And she's like, I know this doesn't help because you feel like shit, but I'm late. I slept through my alarm. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And I'm like, fucking shit. But
unrelated, did you trim your beard? It looks good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just gonna say
it
looks sharp.
I trimmed it up. I got to figure out the chin thing because I have like this all kind of goes this way and sometimes it just sticks out a weird way. So I try and comb it down but yes, I did.
Yeah.
I've been really working.
The cheek line looks really good.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on my manscaping.
Good.
Upstairs.
Everywhere else, fuck it. Fuck it. Maybe doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I went. So I have a tanning bed at work, or not at work. Wow, tanning bed at the gym, not work, but the gym workout. Okay, that's where it came from.
Sure. Go on.
And I went for like 12 minutes, and I thought no big deal. But the next day I was burnt like a lobster, and it's finally gone away. I don't itch. It's not like tan, but feeling good. I've been, really sticking with that gym thing though.
That's
like
good.
Making it every other day, sometimes, 2 days in a row, but then going the third day because that would be a normal every other day.
Yeah. So you're doing 3 days in a row, essentially.
Sometimes, not all the times. Because
just-
Jackie, if she's home and she wants to go, I know that if I say yes, then she'll go. Because
okay.
It's to help her stay on track with going to the gym.
You're just helping her. I get it.
I'm doing it for her, for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just. And do you feel like it's something that you still feel good about it, that you'll be able to keep doing it and maintain it? I just know, because we've joined gyms together before, and then, they're like 2 years later, I'm like, oh, I'm still paying for this. I haven't gone in years.
Yeah, I feel that I'll still go just because it's really close. It's never busy, or at least anytime I've gone so far in the last week, it hasn't.
Yeah, the New Year's coming up though.
New Year's coming up, so there are those people, lazy people, but they'll
Hey, don't be mean. They're trying.
they're trying for like 60 days.
Yeah.
I know it's a process.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. I'm sorry.
Let's not judge.
I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, because I'm not going to the point where I am ever exhausted. Like I feel good, like I worked out, but I'm not the next day like hurting, like, oh, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Where that really will get you down.
Yeah.
Because it's like I am trying to be healthy and I worked out, but then I feel like shit the next day.
Yeah.
It's, doing it the right way so that you're not feeling super gross and tired, but you feel like you actually got a decent workout. Did you drop the silly putty on the ground?
No. I'd made like a cube with it, and then I started slicing it with my note card.
Jesus. Cool.
I'm fidgety.
No. I mean, I love that we have something for you to like play with.
Yeah, me too.
Because the pens and the pencils was pretty loud and annoying.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if you want, I can get you a fidget spinner. But I feel like that having something to kind of like mold in your hand is like more satisfying and
it's for sure more satisfying. And like I have a fidget spinner at work, just that someone gave it to me as like a Secret Santa gift. And I don't actually get a whole lot of joy from it.
If you got Erin the Secret Santa gift and you're listening right now.
Oh no, she doesn't work here anymore. She's kind of a bitch. Like nobody liked her.
Oh, we have a friend like that. Oh, no more coffee.
Where are we at with time?
I think we're good here.
Ending on a good note.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you. We'll have possibly a guest next week.
Yeah.
We'll see. Stay tuned. Don't forget to
It's really angry.
like and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. Leave us comments if there are things that you are interested in or just feedback. And just send us money in the mail.
Yeah. I mean, thank you so far for Jeff's contributions to this podcast.
Stevens.
It has really been lucrative.
Yeah, very lucrative.
No, but thank you for your contributions. It does make a difference. It does help us, keep this thing going.
Yeah. All right.
Keep it spicy.
Shut up, damn it.
Why did you say that?
I wouldn't trade it for anything.